Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back again in my video. In here, I will present two material. Okay. The table of content. First was the management P3. 2. P3 or toxic hazard material. Next was the management P3. In here was the produced from a production process, both industrial and domestic or household. Types of was in the form of garbage, out house water or black water, and was the water from various other domestic activities or gray water. There are also those who say that the definition of water is all water or water material derived from technological process as well as from natural process, where their presence is not beneficial to the environment and has no economic value. In waste management P3, the distribution of water based on its hazard. First, domestic solid water. 2. Or second, hazardous and toxic material. Third, water of hazardous and toxic chemical problem. The first, domestic solid water. Solid water condition. Example, river water, lightning, do water disposal. Also has a negative impact on human health, especially with the increasing disease of diarrhea and the cost of treating raw water for drinking water that continues to increase. Next, pressure on the environment. The problem that makes it difficult to control water deposit is the uncontrolled use or utilization of plastic as a means of wrapping, packaging, and container goods and product protector. Next, domestic solid waste management policy. The first, reduce water from the source. Reuse water. Recovery, making effort to return useful material. Recycle, processing so as to produce other product. The implementation of the Praja building program is monitoring and evaluating aspect of institute management, responsiveness, physical, and innovation carried out by the city or district government based on established criteria of indicator. Next, hazardous and toxic material. hazardous and toxic material condition can interfere with human health and the environment if not managed properly and correctly. The environmental impact tendencies effort to prevent environmental pollution by B3 are to monitor the amount of chemical entering and circulating in Indonesian territory, supersiving cross-border movement, especially for chemicals that are prohibited and limited in use. The government also oversees persistent organic pollutant or POPs in Indonesia. POPs are toxic chemical commonly used active ingredient of pesticides resistant to change stable can accumulate in the body of living things bioaccumulate and can move through air, water, and living things far from their source, accumulate in terrestrial environments or aquatic environment. Hazardous and toxic chemical waste. In Indonesia, factories often directly dispose of the resulting water into the soil without being processed. First, for example, hoarded in factories throw it into landfill, throw them into rivers, or make land. Okay, the next material, P3 or toxic hazard material. In B3, hazardous and toxic material are often abbreviated as P3 are substance or other ingredient that can endanger the healthy or survival of human, other creatures, and or the environment in general because of its properties. Hazardous and toxic material and was the require special handling. P3. Every chemical in the lab is required to have a technical document called a safety data sheet or SDS, usually provided by the manufacturer. These were formerly known as a material safety datasheet or MSDS. The safety datasheet is a one-stop shop to find out about chemicals properties, hazard, and safety precaution. Now, the location of the safety datasheet in your lab and review them before working with a chemical for the first time. Okay, the next GHS is an acronym for the Globally Harmonized System of Classification and Labeling of Chemical. This new system provides an international standard format for safety datasheet. Okay, the next. All SDS must now be organized into 16 sections. One, in the identification In identification, how you all find the chemical name, description, and the manufacturer contact information. 2. Hazard identification. This section lists signal word, warning, and safety symbol. 3. Composition. Composition, a list of ingredients. 4. First aid measure. What the required treatment for a person who's been exposed. 5. Firefighting measure. 6. Accidental release measure. There are instructions for containment and clean up of spill or leak. 7. Handling and storage requirement. 8. Exposure control and personal protection. This describes OSHA's exposure limits and recommendation for PPE. 9. Physical and chemical properties. Such as appearance, odor, pH, flash point, solubility, and evaporation rate. 10. Stability and reactivity. Stability and reactivity, how to avoid hazardous reaction. 11. Toxicological information. Find out about the likely routes of exposure, symptoms, as well as short and long-term effect. Section 12 and 16 are mandatory. But you should at least be familiar with them. Ecological, disposal, transport, and regulatory consideration. Okay, the next pictogram first aid instruction and the supplier contact information. Pictogram consists of a symbol on a white background, framed in a red border. Each pictogram represents a specific hazard. Pictogram contains such as oxidizer is a chemical that initiates combustion through the release of oxygen, environmental hazard, and acute toxicity. Okay, P3, toxic hazard material. Now, you know how to identify potential chemical hazard by looking at both safety datasheet or SDS and chemical label. Well, as I mean some important techniques for handling chemical safety. Okay, thank you for everyone. Remember, how great a person is not measured by how much he produces, but how difficult he is to get the result. Oke, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.